Medplum is an open source API first EHR development platform. So given that we're speaking to a team of software engineers and software adjacent folks, we sometimes describe it as an open source Firebase, but specifically for healthcare. So some examples would be that we provide an authentication framework for managing your patients, managing your practitioners and clinical users. We provide a clinical data repository, a place where you can actually store all of that clinical healthcare data that you need for both diagnostic purposes or workflow purposes or billing purposes. We provide a React component library for handling many of the common representations of healthcare data that you might need to display in a user interface layer. And we provide automation layers, basically a serverless framework, but that's very healthcare centric and built right into the clinical data repository. And where this gets really interesting, and given that we're talking about composability and standards, is that all of these features have been driven from a very standards centric point of view. So where if you go sign up for Google Firebase tomorrow, you're going to be interacting with many of their kind of standards, their proprietary APIs, their proprietary way of doing things. Our auth is based on Smart on Fire. Our clinical data repository is a Fire repository that implements most of the Fire spec. React component libraries are all Fire native in terms of how they pull in that data. Our bot and automation framework is Fire native as well. So it operates and takes action on Fire primitives. So we're really trying to take this notion of healthcare standards and creating developer experiences for the developer ecosystem.